Hello and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today in the review box we have the MiniGT Pagani Zonda F in the most recent blue release. Is this one going to be worth adding to your collection? Let's take a dive in and figure it out. So before we get started, I'd like to just point out that I'm still a little bit under the weather. So if I sound a little funny, that's why. Also, if you notice any odd kind of camera angles or anything like that, my old tripod broke, so I'm using a new one, and it's a little bit different, a little bit taller, so I kind of had to adjust things to make it work. But that being said, let's go ahead and take a quick dive into the casting here. So we have already gone over the casting in a previous video that I will link in the top right corner there. So we're just going to kind of quickly go over it here. Our proportions are really nice. As far as plastic bits, we have our spoiler in the back here is plastic. Our mirrors, that's pretty much the only major things. I think the back section here is possibly a plastic insert. We have our plastic inserts for the headlights and then this interior piece as well. Moving on to our paint and deco. So biggest difference between here and the earlier reviewed version is that this one's a totally different color. We have this really nice metal flake blue. I forget the official color that they give it, but I'm sure I'll have it in the title so that you can see it there. And then that's actually paired up with these silver rims that we get versus the kind of bronzes gold ones that we got on the last version. And I personally think that this looks really, really nice. This might be my favorite one that they've done so far as color goes. The silver one was also pretty nice though. As far as the details go, again, we have already gone over the majority of these, so we're not going to go too crazy in depth this time around. But as you see on our interior here, all of that is actually really nicely detailed, right down to the patterns on the seat, which on the previous version, I don't remember you being able to see in quite as well on that, or just the interior being a lighter color this time around makes it pop a little bit better. You can see inside there a little bit nicer, which is great. Other than that though, that's pretty much the only massive difference detailing wise. We have our headlights, we have our tail light section and detailing all done. Engine is there, our lines on this hood are there. We talked about the door and how the door handle opener thingy is detailed in. We have our Horatio Pagani signature there, so that's about it for the detailing. As with most MiniGTs, we do roll, and we roll very smoothly. So for our pros and cons, big pro, this one was only $12, which is about a typical MiniGT release, so no fancy carbon fiber or anything on this one that ups the price at all, and you still get a fantastically detailed model. Which brings us to our other pro is the extreme levels of details. I know I kind of glanced over it in the detail section since we have already covered the majority of the massive details in a previous review, but again, just taking in, for a $12 model, you can't hardly expect more in the detail department. As far as our cons go, there's really only one, and it's the same gripe I had with the previous one, and that is just this screw post being a little bit too close to the back for my liking, and kind of making this whole back section look just a little bit meh. But, as I said in the previous review of this casting, not really a huge deal. For some quick size comparisons for you, here we have it with some other Zondas you might have in your collection, with the Tarmac Works Pagani Zonda Cinque and the Hot Wheels mainline Pagani Zonda R. And here it is with some other supercars you might have in your collection, with the Hot Wheels Koenigsegg Agera R and the MiniGT Lamborghini Huracan. So it's time to give it my overall thoughts, and I think I'm going to give this particular release a 9.8 out of 10. As I've stated in the previous video, I really like this casting. I think it's about as good of a Zonda F as one could really hope for. And actually, this time around, I like the wheels a lot better, and I like this color in general better. So I'm not going to be dinging any points. For the wheels were one thing I really didn't like about the previous release, were the bronze wheels. These silver ones look a lot nicer. I'm pretty sure this whole deco wheel combination and everything is accurate to a real-life Zonda F. So again, looks fantastic. I really like it. 9.8. Only thing I'm taking off points for is that the casting, like we mentioned, has this weird screw post placement. Again, though, I'm just going to ask. I want an orange and black one. I think that'd look fantastic, and we know that there's a Zonda F in that spec out there, so hopefully that's the next one we get. And that's all I have for this video, guys. Sorry, I'm still not feeling 100%, so it's probably not as good as I normally would like it to be. But with that being said, guys, I still hope you enjoyed it. If you do, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. Comment down below telling me your thoughts on this particular model, and I will see you in the next video.